So look, guys, I've invited you before, but I want to remind you guys to join my Patreon. Remember, when you join the Patreon, it supports my work and the platform for us to expand this information, get it out there. So here's why you want to join, particularly now, right? A while back, I did a video about Paul being the Antichrist, right? So I just released, I finally was able to catch up and started putting some of the notes on this. So basically I'm going to have a series, right? I'm going to call this the Exposing the Antichrist series, right? And these are going to be a series of posts on Patreon. You got to go to Patreon to get it. It's going to be a series of posts of my notes concerning this subject, how we refute the claim from the Christians that Islam is supposedly the Antichrist. We have the notes to expose that. I finally uploaded the notes that I did on my video some months ago about how Paul is the spirit of the Antichrist, because as the Bible says that the spirit of Antichrist was already there. And we demonstrated in that video, if you haven't seen it, check it out, how Paul's teachings actually go against what Jesus said. Paul's teachings are anti-Christ. Paul's teachings go against Christ. And of course, that is where the majority of Christianity gets its beliefs from, which these things, the things that Christianity teaches are anti-Christ. It is the teachings of Paul and Christianity itself. I know that sounds strange, but Christianity itself is the anti-Christ. Okay? So I want you guys to, if you haven't already, join my Patreon. You will get access to these notes. I'm going to be posting a series of these notes dealing with different aspects of how, number one, Islam is not the Antichrist. We expose that those notes are up. The next series of notes that I just put up, you can get those now, is how Paul's teachings contradict Jesus. How Paul's teachings are actually anti-Christ, meaning they go against Jesus, what he said, and we show it and we prove it from their own book. Okay, and then I'm going to post a series of other notes dealing with other aspects of the what we're going to call the Antichrist series. So if you want access to that, you got to join my Patreon. All right, so if you're not a patron already, click the link that will be in the description of this video and in the description of many of my other videos, so you can get access to these notes. You must join the membership, of course, but again, in return, you will be, one, helping your Muslim brother in his platform to do dawah and spread the information and help us expand our platform. You'll also be getting in return access to the notes that I use in my debates, not only on this Antichrist series, but on a number of other subject matters that I've put up, whether it deals with, the claim that Islam is violent and evil religion, Islam says to kill other people, various other subjects that we've shared our notes with, and we're going to be putting up more. Okay, so if you want access to those notes that I use in my videos and in the actual debates that I've had and have, you can get access to this by joining the Patreon. All right, so go ahead and join the Patreon, become a member, and you will get access to these notes. Of course, there is a tier level, so if you want to get access to the notes, you join the tier level that allows you to get access to the notes. Of course, if you just want to make a simple support, then there are levels for that as well. But if you want access to the notes, these notes are important because I use these in my debates. So I can't allow everybody to have access to them because the people who I debate could get access. Of course, even if they get access to them, it doesn't really matter because they can't refute them. But yet and still, these are my debate notes. These are my, my personal debate notes. So I gotta have some control on who I let them out to. So understand that. And again, I appreciate your support. So go ahead and join my Patreon now. All right. The links are in the description of this video and in the description of the other videos that I have. Okay. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.